Bonjour, c'est Claire at French in the Midlands. This video is about a specific point of French language that is quite difficult because in English, how long and how often are fairly straightforward questions which you cannot translate in French as they are. Let's have a look. The problem is there is no direct translation. So every single time you want to ask how long or how often, first of all, you have to stop and consider the meaning of what you're saying, and then we'll have to rework your sentences accordingly. And the same applies to how long, how big, how deep, how high, and how often. How much and how many, on the other hand, fairly straightforward, it's always combien. Here's the first one, how long. Two main translations according to what it means. So you've got to stop and consider what you want to say or what you want to ask. For an object, if you want to ask how long an object is, the question will be quelle est la longueur de? What is the length of? That's the only way you can ask in French. Example, how long is your car? Is quelle est la longueur de votre voiture? That's the only way you can say it. Now, if it's not an object, if you're talking about time, as in how long have you been waiting, for instance, that's combien de temps, how much time. There is no such thing as how long in French, it's how much time. How long is the film? Le film dure combien de temps? In that sentence, you're actually saying the film lasts how much time? And that's how we ask the question. People think it's very backwards, but actually to a French person it's quite logical. Then of course you've got for how long. Two translations depending on the meaning of for. If you remember in a previous video, I explained the difference in French between for and since. And we don't use pour for expressions with time, we use depuis. So here, depuis longtemps, depuis combien de temps, for how long, which in French is since how long, or for a long time if you like. Let me give you an example. How long have you been waiting in French would be vous attendez depuis longtemps? Have you been waiting long? Or vous attendez depuis combien de temps? You can say both. I prefer, and the French generally prefer, vous attendez depuis longtemps, because you're not really interested in exactly how long they've been waiting. You just want to know if it's a long time or not. So that's why we say that. Then of course, so in depuis is the meaning of since, but in the second one, for how long, it's not the meaning of since. It's for how much time. As in, how long will you be away for? Vous partez pour combien de temps? So in French we say you leave for how much time. Here, you've got the literal for, it's not since, so you can say pour, and it's perfectly fine. Next one is how often, so you've got the same problem here. Two ways you can translate it. You can just say often, which is souvent, and that's fine most of the time. So for instance, how often do you go to Spain? You can ask in French, vous allez souvent en Espagne? Do you go to Spain often? And that's fine. That's how we actually would ask it. Then tous les combien, which can't be really translated in English. It's all the how many or all the how much time, which would be very clumsy in English, but in French it's fine. How often do you go to the gym? Would be vous allez à la gym tous les combien? Vous allez à la gym tous les combien? Of course you could say vous allez souvent à la gym, but that's not asking the same thing. Not quite the same thing. In the first instance, vous allez souvent à la gym is do you go to the gym often? The answer can be yes and nothing else. If you say vous allez à la gym tous les combien, they'll say, oh, 2 ou 3 fois par semaine, 2 or 3 times a week. then it's more precise. So remember that one, tous les combien. That's the end of our video. I hope you liked it. If you do, please give me a like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And claim your free ebook, The 12 Golden Rules of French, by clicking the link in the description. And I'll see you in the next video. À bientôt.